I woke up this morning and I actually felt a bit sorry for teams that haven't won the Champions League. In this video, I put an asterisk on every Champions League winner since the year 2000. I'm sure this will comfort some fans, but also enrage others. Enjoy. 2000 Real Madrid. A lot of Real Madrid's modern-day dominance is thanks to political favoritism during Francisco Franco's regime. In the 2000 final, they faced a very familiar Valencia side and also a team that made their first ever appearance in the Champions League final. 2001 Bayern Munich. Valencia made the final in back-to-back years and again fell short. This time it was a rare all-penalty affair. 2 goals in normal time deriving from penalties, then a shootout where Oliver Kahn saved 3. There's not really an asterisk, it's just very rare to see a final decided by all penalties. 2002 Real Madrid. No notable asterisks, I mean this was the full-strength Galacticos era. Of course, Zinedine Zidane's long-range volley was legendary. Like 2 years prior, perhaps an asterisk could be the fact that they faced a debut finalist in Bayer Leverkusen, who were missing their top defender Jans Nowotny with injury, courtesy of Ruud van Nistelrooy. 2003 AC Milan. An all-Italian final decided on penalties. It may or may not be directly related to the 2003 finals, but Italian football in the late 1990s and early 2000s had issues with doping, which is a plausible explanation for why we saw an all-Italian final that year. But sources say that was an unofficial report, just like the records that were destroyed randomly. 2004 FC Porto. Porto had a favourable knockout bracket including Lyon and Deportivo, whilst their final opponent Monaco faced Lokomotiv Moscow, Real Madrid and Chelsea. In the final, Monaco's top striker Shabani Nonda was still recovering from a 7-month knee injury, and Jose Mourinho actively spied on Porto's opponents throughout the tournament. 2005 Liverpool. Well, you had Luis Garcia's ghost goal against Chelsea, which remains debated as to whether the ball actually fully crossed the line. Then AC Milan blew a 3-0 lead in the second half of the final. Liverpool's comeback was also helped by a series of crucial saves in extra time by Jerzy Dudek, including 2 saves against Andrea Pirlo and Shevchenko in the shootout. 2006 Barcelona. Arsenal were down to 10 men for almost the entire game due to a controversial and early red card of goalkeeper John Slimans for fouling Samuel Eto'o. After the match, referee Terj Horge admitted he should have played the advantage, let the goal stand, and given John Sleman a yellow card instead of sending him off. That wouldn't be the last time Barcelona won because of a controversial red card decision and against Arsenal. 2007 AC Milan. Revenge for 2005, but no clear asterisks here besides from chaos outside the Athens stadium that left many Liverpool fans stranded while others snuck in without tickets. Liverpool missing key players like Luis Garcia and Peter Crouch. Filippo Inzaghi scored 2 goals for Milan, including one that took a heavy deflection. 2008 Manchester United. Didier Drogba was sent off in extra time, leaving Chelsea with one less reliable penalty taker, and obviously John Terry missed his penalty in the shootout after sipping on the rain-slicked penalty spot. A month into that season, Chelsea replaced Jose Mourinho with Avram Grant, and his tenure was marked by turbulent times before, during and after the final, to say the least. 2009 Barcelona. Chelsea had multiple huge penalty appeals denied, including Dani Alves' foul on Florent Malouda that was ruled outside the box, Eric Abidal's pull on Didier Drogba's shot was ignored by the referee, Gerard Piqué and Samuel Eto'o's unpunished handball offences. And if you think that's bad, in the final against Manchester United, Alex Ferguson made the ingenious decision of picking Park Ji-sung over Tevez and Berbatov, and they lost. If you could pinpoint a reason for why we have VAR, it's the Barcelona-Chelsea game. 2010 Inter Milan. Barcelona faced a 14-hour coach journey to Milan due to the Iceland eruption disrupting air travel, and in the final, Bayern were without Frank Ribery. The cherry on top was clutch moments from Schneider, Eto'o and Milito to seal the win. 2011 Barcelona. I said Barcelona would win as a result of another red card decision, and it's this game. Robin van Persie was sent off for kicking the ball a second after an offside whistle in a jam-packed and noisy Camp Nou. Van Persie called it a joke, but it was worse. This was one of the harshest and most controversial red cards in Champions League history. And there you have it. Lionel Messi should have 2 fewer Champions Leagues. 2012 Chelsea. Napoli collapsed defensively and blew a 3-1 advantage in the second leg. And in the semi-final against Barcelona, Chelsea played over 50 minutes without John Terry and experienced a series of lucky and clutch moments despite having far less ball possession, including Messi's missed penalty, and in the last minute of the game, found Torres scoring the last-minute goal to secure the win. In the final, Bayern were dominant even without their key defenders Badstuber and Alaba, but still lost. Not to mention Iron Robin missing a crucial penalty in extra time. 2013 Bayern Munich. 1 month before the final, Bayern signed Mario Götze from their rival and final opponent, Dortmund. And of course, it's no coincidence that Götze missed the final with a hamstring injury. In the final, Bayern's goals were lucky rebounds, including a late winner by Robben. 2014 Real Madrid. Diego Costa lasted just 9 minutes of the final before suffering a hamstring injury, which was a major blow for Atletico Madrid. 2015 Barcelona. It's difficult to find an asterisk for this team that had Messi, Neymar and Suarez up front, aside from the fact that Chiellini missed the final due to a muscle tear just a few days prior. It also denied us of an emotional reunion. 2016 Real Madrid. The Madrid derby final was in reality a tight and boring affair. Sergio Ramos opened the scoring with an offside goal, an error that Mark Clattenburg admitted to after the game. 2017 Real Madrid. In the quarterfinals, Arturo Vidal was sent off for a clean tackle on Marco Asensio, allowing Real to exert their dominance in extra time. In the final, Casemiro scored a deflected long-range strike that flat-footed Gianluigi Buffon. 2018 Real Madrid. Ramos dislocated Mo Salah's shoulder and concussed goalkeeper Loris Karius, which led to multiple costly errors that handed Real Madrid 2 goals. Real Madrid didn't deserve this trouble. 2019 Liverpool. Under harsher handball rules, Liverpool was controversially awarded a penalty less than 30 seconds into the final as the ball hit Sissoko's arm only after deflecting off his chest. Pochettino started Harry Kane, who had been out for 6 weeks, ahead of Lucas Moura, who had scored a hat-trick that sent them to the final. 2020 Bayern Munich. Neymar and Mbappe uncharacteristically missed multiple open chances to put PSG in line for victory. 2021 Chelsea. Football genius Pep Guardiola decided not to start a defensive midfielder in Fernandinho or Rodri. And just coincidentally, midway through the final, Kevin De Bruyne was subbed out with an orbital fracture. Ultimately, one clutch counterattack by Kai Havertz decided the game. 2022 Real Madrid. This team experienced a series of miracle comebacks, including a 2-0 comeback against PSG, a 4-3 aggregate comeback against Chelsea in the quarterfinals via a Karim Benzema extra time header, a 5-3 aggregate win against Man City involving 2 late goals from Rodrigo to level, followed by a Benzema penalty to complete the comeback. And in the final, Liverpool hit the post and crossbar multiple times, and player of the final, Thibaut Courtois, made an all-time record of 9 saves. 2023 Manchester City. Over 100 financial fair play breaches funded this championship, and in the final, Lukaku blocked his own teammate shot. 2024 Real Madrid. Not much of an asterisk other than the fact that the game was decided by 2 late goals by Real Madrid in the second half, and Dortmund came close but just not close enough.